And then I talked about the post-workout periods. Right after your workout, you can eat high glycemic proteins, or I'm sorry, high glycemic carbohydrates, or the high carbs. I don't want to go into the glycemic index for now. I just want to keep it simple. So oats, fruit, protein powder, which is a quick protein, remember, and even a glass of whole milk possibly may have all the components that you need. Whole milk, for instance, has the high carbs, or the lactose, which can raise your blood sugar very quickly. It also has the quick proteins such as whey protein, and as well as casein. So it looks like whole milk is even a better choice than simply drinking a bottle of Gatorade right after the workout. 45 minutes to an hour after your workout, eat whole foods. So what I'm talking about here is brown rice, which is a moderate carb, broccoli, low carb, lean turkey, chicken, and steak are the long proteins, if you can remember our previous discussions. Every 2 to 4 hours, simply add the good fats. So olive oil, omega-3s with the greens, with brown rice or pasta in very controlled portions. And then for breakfast, it's okay to have some high carbs. So oats, almond butter rather, protein blend of ground flaxseed, yogurt, and cinnamon powder with 2% milk and water. It's just something that my colleague Dr. Lopez has done in the past, and this is one of his favorite mixtures to blend in the morning as an example of a healthy breakfast. And again, much of these recommendations is because I'm thinking about performance, exercise performance. A lot of these things I wouldn't be talking about if you were a sedentary individual. So if you were a sedentary individual, I would limit the amount of so-called high carbs in your diet, simply because high carbs can predispose you to certain health problems, as you know. And for your rest days, just some recommendations: high carbs in the morning, whole foods. Generally, don't mix high carbs with bad fats. This is the formula for fat gain and generally poor performance with exercise. And then simply don't binge. Don't binge eat. Just take lessons from the sumo wrestlers. They pretty much eat, thousands of calories in one sitting. And so if I were to make a recommendation, eat small, frequent meals. And just don't do what the sumo wrestlers do. And as references, and also important to emphasize that I don't have any specific financial incentives to recommend these books. I honestly believe that these are very good books to have. Nutrient Timing is a classic. Nutrition by the Numbers, my colleague Christopher Ramstead, MD, as well as the new book Alpha Male Challenge. I put a website there, www.gilisting.com. It rates carbohydrates in terms of low, moderate to high. So this has to do with something called the glycemic index, or GI. I didn't get into it in this talk too much. I just kind of hinted at it throughout the whole talk. But this whole concept of carbs being low, moderate to high, it has to do with the glycemic index. Simply put, the higher the glycemic index, the faster or the higher the blood sugar is in the body once you consume a carbohydrate. So if I eat sugar, for instance, my blood sugar levels go up very fast and fairly high, and that causes the insulin to be produced by the body. That's pretty much the glycemic index. It's an index to tell you how fast and how high your blood sugar goes up relative to glucose. That in a nutshell is the concept of glycemic index. For more information on it, of course, is the gilisting.com. And I think it's important to frame your nutrients in that fashion. So that's it for the talk, and hopefully you learned something.